Hi, I'm Chris Bittner, Digital Arts and Media Technical Director here at Colorado College. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to make sure your inputs and outputs are set correctly for recording into Pro Tools in the audio booths. First thing we want to double check on our Mac is that our system preferences are set correctly. So either down here on this gear or at the Apple menu at the top, choose System Preferences. You're going to go into System Preferences and choose Sound. And then we want to check our inputs and outputs and make sure that the device is selected correctly. We're going to be using the Scarlett 2i2 in the booths. It's the red USB device on the desk. So I want to choose that for my input. For output, I want to make sure that that is also chosen as Scarlett 2i2. And then I'm going to close that window. You're going to open Pro Tools, and I already have it open down here. And I've created 3 mono tracks and a master fader right here. So in Pro Tools, each track has an ins and out column. If this isn't showing up, you want to choose this little icon here right above the top track and click on that, and it will show you what you can bring up to display in your columns. We want to select the I/O, which is the ins and outs column. So if I turn that off, it disappears. If I turn it back on, we have our ins and outs. Now we can see, say for audio track 1, the input is currently set to input 1. If I select the recording, but I'm clearly getting input from my microphone into this track. If for some reason that isn't set correctly though, and you don't have this option, you have a whole stack of other options for inputs, out 1 and 2, but you have a grayed out input here, and you're not getting any audio when you arm the track, then you want to go up here to Setup. At the top, click on Setup. And the 2 things we're interested in are the hardware and the playback engine. We want to set the playback engine is going to be the engine that Pro Tools uses to bring in and send out audio. So let's click on that. Oftentimes this will pop up and it will be defaulted to Soundflower or something like that, which is not going to be usable for Pro Tools. So you want to click on this, and there are a lot of different choices here. And I am going to choose Scarlett 2i2. It's going to want to shut down again. I'm going to click OK down here on this and say I don't want a detailed report. It's going to reopen. And now I should have input 1 and 2. The input 1 is the left input on the Scarlett. And now I should have input and output. You can double check by clicking hardware that it is actually using the engine that you chose. And close that. So we should be able to record onto our track now, set our levels. We should now have audio. These are the basic steps for making sure that your inputs and outputs are set correctly when you're using Pro Tools. If you do have problems though and you cannot get it working, feel free to email me at chris.bittner@coloradocollege.edu. If I'm in the building, I can often just run in and help you set it up and get it running. If I happen to be at home and you've got a project that's due and you need immediate help, shoot me an email. If I'm available, I can often jump on the computer in the lab from my home computer and jump in and help set it up correctly for you so that you can get working on your projects. That's the tutorial for Pro Tools inputs and outputs. Thanks for tuning in. This is Chris Bittner, Digital Arts and Media Technical Director for Colorado College.